Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Bulldogs. I'm your host, Roman Schroeder, and I am bringing you this week's Morning Buzz. Today is Friday, November 4th, and it is an A Day. Our first segment is brought to you by the Kenya Experience Club.
We represent the Kenya Experience Club, and we're so excited to be bringing back the Kenya trip to HVCHS. If you're interested in going to Kenya or hearing more about the trip and the club, come join us for a meeting.
Meetings are during lunch every A-Day in room 301. During our meetings, we'll be preparing for the trip and holding multiple fundraisers. If you have any questions or want more information, email Dr. Ngweni or Mrs. Napoleon.
Sounds like an amazing experience. Now we're going to be sending this off to my clone who will tell us about roller coasters. So take it away, Roman. Hi, I'm Roman Schroeder, and today I'll be talking about roller coasters. Roller coasters are great rides to ride at any amusement parks in your area. Here's some history of this kind of ride. On June 16, 1884, the first roller coaster in America opened at Coney Island in Brooklyn, New York, known as Switchback Railway. It was the brainchild of Lamarcus Thompson. It traveled 6 miles an hour and was only nickel to ride. Roller coasters and theme parks experienced a decline during the Great Depression and World War II when Americans had less money for entertainment. In 1955, Disneyland, which opened in California, signaled the rebirth of the roller coaster. When it was successful, it sparked waves of roller coasters and parks opening to create the best thrilling rides customers can enjoy. At Six Flags Great Adventure in Jackson, New Jersey, the best coaster in the park to ride is King Da Ka. This ride travels 128 miles an hour and travels 452 feet into the atmosphere. Sounds like an insane ride, right? Yeah, my favorite is Nitro. I love this ride because it is really fast, thrilling, and you get some nice airtime. Anyways, folks, thanks for tuning in about roller coasters. Now back to the studio. Thanks, Roman. That's some awesome information about roller coasters. Next, Charles joins us with the Dragon Ball Z segment.
Hi, I'm Charles Hawk, and this is my Bulldog Minute on Dragon Ball. In 1984, Akira Toriyama started a comic called Dragon Ball. The series started off as a comedy adventure based on Journey to the West, but it quickly became its own thing. It followed the story of a boy named Goku on his quest to become the strongest fighter in the world. In 1986, Toei Animation would adapt the comic into a full-fledged anime. Dragon Ball is best known for the second half of this series, also known as Dragon Ball Z. Z raised the stakes of this series, putting a greater emphasis on the fighting and action.
I am the Super Saiyan Son Goku!
This part of the series was the first to gain popularity stateside due to appearing on Cartoon Network's Toonami block.
I will not let you destroy my world!
Dragon Ball's story currently spans over 600 episodes and over 20 movies. The series has become one of the most recognized animes in the world, with the franchise grossing $30 billion and being broadcast in over 80 countries. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned a little more about this amazing series.
That's a pretty good anime TV show. Now we're going to be sending things off to Jason, who will be telling us about stuff.
I'm Jason Guerin. Kermit the Frog was first created in 1955 and was first voiced by Muppet creator Jim Henson, and first appeared in Henson's first show, Sam and Friends.
Well, why don't you just call me Kermit and I'll call you, well, what would you like me to call you?
Jim continued to use Kermit after Sam and Friends, and in 1969 he was asked to help develop Sesame Street. Kermit would appear on Sesame Street as a news reporter, and Jim decided to change up the Kermit voice.
Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here.
Steve Whitmire replaced Jim after he died in May of 1990 of severe pneumonia.
I knew you guys could do the tribute for Jim.
Whitmire played Kermit until 2017 when he was fired for giving Disney suggestions on how Kermit should be portrayed. Whitmire was replaced by Matt Vogel, who's having nights playing Henson or Whitmire.
Are creating an incredible new show for Disney+.
Kermit the Frog is one of the most iconic characters in TV and movie history.
A cool look at an iconic character. Well, it's November, and here's some info on the book of the month. The race of the century, the battle to break the 4-minute mile. There was a time when running the mile in 4 minutes was believed to be beyond the limits of human foot speed. In 1952, 3 world-class runners each set out to break this barrier, spanning 3 continents and defying the odds. These athletes' collective quest captivated the world. Next is the movie mystery.
You're gonna risk our lives for a Twinkie? There's a box of Twinkies in that grocery store. Not just any box of Twinkies, the last box of Twinkies that anyone will enjoy in the whole universe. Believe it or not, Twinkies have an expiration date. Someday very soon, life's little Twinkie gauge is gonna go empty.
Last week's movie mystery was Hotel Transylvania.
What weapons are you keeping in this container? Your pitchforks?
Before we sign off, we want to show off some of the costumes in school from Halloween.
Throwback to Halloween. Let's see what everyone was wearing. Hi, what's your name?
Roman.
And what are you?
Chick magnet.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, what's your name?
My name is Ava.
And what are you?
I'm a fairy.
Hi, what's your name?
Madison.
And what are you?
Baby no money.
And what are you?
Ben Stiller.
Hi, who are you guys?
We're from Inside Out.
That's all for this week, Hopewell. Have a great weekend.